I am live. Doors are open for the tribe. Okay, tuned up. Just waiting for the tribe to enter and sign in, please. I know the Grammys are on. I may not have any takers tonight. We'll see. The Batgirl's here. I wasn't sure anybody would check in because the Grammys are on. I don't always watch them because I don't really follow a lot of modern day music. I will watch what's left of them later when I'm done. So thanks for tuning in. I like the award shows. The Academies are the ones I watch, I think, the most every year. I enjoy it. I didn't either. When I got up this morning, before I went in for my client, I looked at one of the couple of news web pages that I get my news from, and I saw they were on tonight. I didn't know either. We got up to 81 or 82 today. That's just wrong. I mean, we're on a cooling trend. We're supposed to be at 77 tomorrow, but that's like 20 degrees more than actually than where we should be this time of year. So that could be a bad sign for the summer. But can't do anything about it. So I mean, I can't deny how nice out it is. It absolutely is. It's just that it should be cold. You're 20 degrees colder than you were the other day. It dropped. Wow. So where does that leave you now? Are you below zero? Or like just above? Oh, and you should be. Oh, okay. probably what, 13 degrees, 18 maybe. Cold. $13, wow. Well, y'all should have a beautiful spring and summer then, I'm guessing. Well, nevertheless, I guess that, yeah, it's gonna be, I bet it's gonna be beautiful back there when springtime rolls around. It'll make that cold winter worth it. Oh, all right. Well, let's don't waste the early evening, late afternoon for me. Get some music going. Little opener from my buddy Steve Poltz. I love everything about you, and I love the way you comb your hair, and I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. And I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You got fireworks in your head. And I love the way you bring me water when I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You got the devil in your eyes. You disappeared without a trace. Well, I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear, without guilt and without fear. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, kick off this Soulful Sunday with a little my buddy Steve Poltz. Good to see you. Oh, we got more check-ins. Faith is here. Thank you for checking in. Gene's here. Happy Sunday. And Mike from Michigan. Mike, Amy says they're at 13 degrees in Ohio. Where are you at on temperature? I just saw this morning as I got up to have my coffee before I went to my office. The Grammys are on. I didn't realize that, so I wasn't sure if anybody would check in. So I don't follow a lot of modern music. I love the award shows. I like the performances, so I'll just catch up on the show when I'm done. I love the Academy Awards. I like that. Mike says you're 28 to wow. We hit, I think, 81. That's like over 20 degrees higher than where we should be. It is not looking good for the summer if that keeps up. We are on a cooling trend though. Tomorrow's supposed to be 77. I can't deny the weather is gorgeous out. It just should not be this warm, this early. I just realized, welcome to February. And he says today's been the warmest day in a couple of weeks, and that's at 13. Man. I would be nothing more than a frozen icicle standing on the sidewalk mid-stride and just freezing in place. So cold. But as I mentioned with Amy, probably same with Mike, you guys are going to have a beautiful spring and summer. Oh, all right. Good to see everybody here. Thanks for taking the time and tuning in. First show of the new month. I don't know where January went, but first Soulful Sunday also. Yeah, so let's keep some music going. Sip in if you got it. Stay warm. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. It's a little Garth Brooks arrangement of a Bob Dylan song from the Hope Float soundtrack performed by Moi. Welcome, my tribe, to Soulful Sunday. Thanks for checking in. Mike says, hopefully the cold snaps freeze the bugs. Yeah, that's a problem for us down here in the Sonoran Desert. That's supposed to happen. And when it doesn't, things like bees don't die off, and they get very angry and they stay alive, and they start attacking people and animals. So fingers crossed that we'll eventually get the cold temps that we really need here. It screws with the ecology because the vegetation, everything's supposed to die off here and go into dormancy. That's what the winter's for. And then plants don't know when to start putting out fruit and flowers and everything. It's just a kind of a mess, but we'll just deal with it. Faye says, oh, your voice sounds amazing. Thank you. And he says, nice. Kevin's here. What's up, Brother Mac? Good seeing you, man. Welcome to Soulful Sunday. As always, just kind of winging it. This one came to me earlier. I haven't done this one in a while. Now I've got a girl crush. Hate to admit it, but I've got a heart rush that ain't slowing down. I've got it real bad on everything she has. That smile and that midnight laugh she's giving you now. And I wanna taste her lips because they taste like you. And I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair, and I want her magic touch. Yeah, 'cause maybe then you'd want me just as much. And I've got a girl crush. And I've got a girl crush. I don't get no rest. I don't get no sleep thinking about her under your bed sheets. The way that she's whispering, the way that she's pulling you in. Lord knows I've tried to get her by my mind. And I wanna taste her lips because they taste like you. And I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. And I want her long blonde hair. I want her magic touch. Yeah, 'cause maybe then you want me just as much. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. Hate to admit it, but I've got a heart rush that ain't slowing down. Oh, I love that Little Big Town song. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, I'm definitely in a soulful Sunday mood. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening come, watching the ships roll in, then I watch them roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, we sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. Ain't got nothing to live for, look like nothing gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, we sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing gonna change, everything remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. I'm just sitting here, resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I've roamed just to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, you're sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Oh, some of the late great Otis Redding, perfect for a soulful Sunday. Oh. All right, let's get a capo on here. First fret. I'm feeling a little bit of the late great Townes Van Zandt. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. Now you're wearing your skin like iron and your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only son, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sank into your dreams. Pancho's a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the borders down in Mexico. And no one heard his dying words. That's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him anywhere. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. Dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty left for Ohio, and where he had the bread to go, ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say They could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Picket, he'll never heal. Now the poets write how Pancho fell. Lefty lives in cheap hotels. The border's quiet, Cleveland's cold. And so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. Save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. And now he's growing old. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong. Out of kindness, I suppose. Oh, there's some of the late great Town Van Zandt on this Soulful Sunday. Oh, thanks for tuning in, my tribe. Hope you've had a wonderful day. First day of February. Amy said thank you. Oh, yeah, for Dock of the Bay. You're welcome. I know your mom loved that song. Let's do a little Don Henley single release from decades back. The soundtrack of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. In the hall, you just pretend that you don't see her at all. You want to tell her how much you care. You want to call her, but you just don't dare. Love rules. Oh, love rules. Out in the parking lot with all the guys. Don't ever let them see the tears in your eyes. She's got a date tonight and it ain't you. So you go out there and you get one too. Love rules. Our love rules. Love rules. Yeah, love. You wish it didn't have so much to feel. It's much too scary and it's all too real. All your friends are out having fun. Sometimes you think that you're the only one that love rules. Yeah, love rules. While everybody's out making time, you can't help thinking you're the last in line. She's the finest thing you've ever seen. You wrap your arms around her in your dreams. When she smiles, it brings you to your knees. You want to tell her, but you always freeze. She's in the backseat, but you're much too shy. You'd give the world to be an older guy. Yeah, love rules. Love rules. Yeah, love rules. Love rules. Yeah, love still rules. All right, there's a little Don Henley single release from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Am I all caught up? Yeah, on comments. Let's see. Smooth that capo up. When the stars light up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls when it could have been me, and I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. And I lost friends of mine because it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. And when it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain because you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. You can call it fate or destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery. You can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything, and it can happen so fast. A little bit late. Timing is everything. My friend Steve Flowers, the patriarch of the coffee shop where I played for 10 years, used to say, I believe that's true, as he would raise his wine glass to me. And I agree. Timing's everything. Any new check-ins or comments? No? As always, not because I'm lazy, but I'm already capoed here on the 5th fret. So let's do a little, my friend Steve Holtz, his friend Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas wrote this, and I like this little song. Sully was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Ozone. She didn't have no kids, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was a fighter of crime. She looked good in the hat, she had a natural way. Tools and no car, she went to UCLA. Everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter ace in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve because she found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man, a young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French and he swam like a swan. He had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve because he found it there. They'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night while the blind moon swam in the pale starry light. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. There was grass all around, it was black up above. It was more than hello, it was something like love. And I don't know why life, it seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. When love is love, is everywhere. Oh, love that little Bob Schneider song. We're moving right along. Thanks for being here. Sip them if you got them. No new chickens or requests? Okay. Mimi said, sweet, thank you. I like that little song. Let's slide down one. Let's do a little Steve Holt song. A couple decades back from Australia. You ride with a top down, and all the boys stare. The scent of a magazine, your wind-blown hair. And I could have tried to get deeper inside. I sit there alone, and slowly I fry. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the records, leaving the Motown in the stacks, leaving the Motown in the stacks. I broke down in Grimsby, I missed you so bad. I felt like a fifth wheel, a smile when I'm sad. And all of the whiskey in the world couldn't stop my heart from beating, spun like a top. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the vinyl, leaving the Motown and stacks, leaving the Motown in the stacks. Screw these damn cell phones and the cancer in my head. This genetic chicken makes me feel like I'm dead. Can argue for hours and miles in the night till I just pass out. The fluorescent light. Hope it's only pretend. And this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures. You got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the vinyl. Leave me the Motown stacks. I've got piles of old memories. You and me down by the tracks. You can keep most of the albums. Leave me the Motown and the stacks. Leave me the Motown and the stacks. Oh, all right. Some of my buddy Steve Holtz by Australia some years back called Stacks. Faith says, do you know I Hope You Dance? Oh, I know the song. I've never played it. That's a beautiful song, though. Yeah. Garth Brooks had a song similar to that. Oh, no, it was probably... I'm probably thinking of Friends in Low Places. No, there was something else that he did that reminded me of that, I think. Don't change your answers on a test. When that comes to me that quick, I'm remembering something correctly. Hope You Dance. Yeah, I remember. I've heard that song. I should probably take a nudge it and learn it. Amy says, great song. Faith says, my song to Tio. Oh, I've been following your story. I was going to ask if you were still here because I don't play this unless you're here. So I know this one. I think. No, that's the chord change. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, let's see. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. All I got's right. All that I have is just what I got on. When that sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe, lost a wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. When that sun is high, no, pull that gate, I'll be looking for it, and I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a lot, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. I know that's a consolation prize, but I know you like that George Strait, and I rarely do it. I usually only do it when you're here, because I know you like it, so I never get a chance to practice it. Sometimes I flub a little the lines and stuff, but yeah, I know I haven't heard that song in a long time, but I hope you danced. The Dance. So I knew I was right. There was a Garth Brooks song, The Dance. That's a different song, right? Or is it the same one? Faces Garth. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I knew I was remembering it right. I just didn't have all the details. Give me a second. That's right, it's a different song. Oh, The Dance was about taking a risk on love, right? And I'd have missed the heartache or something, but I'd have missed the dance. That's right. I knew there was a song in there somewhere. Did you check in at the top of the hour? Because I've got a song. That's the one. Did you check in at the top of the hour? The second song I played would be a really good dedication. My dedication to you, to Tio. And he says, good memory, thanks. Oh, good, because I played this, so I now know that was a warm-up. My second song in the set. So this would be the song I would give to, this is from me to you and your son. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The shadows rise and the stars appear, and there is no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my love. There you go. That's my offering. It's a consolation prize to I Hope You Dance. I had to go back and listen to that. I've never played it or tried to, but I do remember some of it off the top of my head. Who was that? It wasn't Martina McBride. Did you say Miranda Lambert? Leanne Womack. My daughter sent me a song last year I had never heard before by Miranda Lambert. The House That Built Me. Oh man. She said it reminded her of my first house that I had when her mom and I got married with her sisters, and we had an instant made family. And then Lauren came along about a year later, and the house, my very first house, that was the house she grew up in, and so said it reminded her of that home, going back there. And I had the house I grew up here in. When I was 6, we moved in until I was 19 and joined the Air Force, and that's the house that built me. And I used to tell her about it. Sometimes I had a dream about going to that house. And I did go back once a long time ago, and but I haven't been back since. But every once in a while I get on Google Maps and pull up that house. And sometimes there are just those homes that for one reason or another, they built us. So I love that song, and it's a wonderful music video. All right, who's that again? Leanne Womack. I Hope You Dance. Yeah, I'm hearing it in my head, or I'll have to go look that one up. They says, thank you, you're welcome. Gene says, love it. That's a sweet song about the house. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter Lauren sent that to me. I had never heard it before. We're starting to wind down here. Let's see. Mike says, beautiful memories, by the way, yeah. Trying to think of, I know there's so many covers that I've got lyrics for and others in my head. Oh, I was going to do an original, but it didn't feel right. And then I was just thinking of something to follow up on for Faith. And this one just came to me. This is one I love to play. On Soulful Sundays, this and another one. I don't know if I'll get to it, but here's another one. That's a nice, sweet song, kind of about being there for somebody, loving them. I played this a couple of years ago. Oh, Mike says, beautiful moonrise. Got it. Yeah, I haven't been outside since it's only gotten dark since we started, but I'll go outside and check it out. Thank you. John's here. JK, just checking in. Say hi. I got to work and briefing starts in a few. Very cool, man. Thanks for checking in. Amy took a picture of their moon. Oh, post that. That'd be great. Yeah, so I think this is a nice fitting song for a Soulful Sunday. Childhood living is easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hand. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit or offstage lines could make me bitter, treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Yeah. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. There's a song of hope in there, being there for somebody. Wild horses couldn't drag you away from them. So I thought that my muse pitched that one to me. So I thought that is a perfect song. I like playing that on Soulful Sunday with another one, but tonight that's a standalone on that one. Seemed like a great night to end the set on. Oh, and he says, I bet I can guess the next song. Oh, I was not gonna tonight. I play those two together, but I needed to, I just needed to end on that one. I did play those together, I think, on Friday. So I usually do, but tonight that one's the one that jumped out at me, and I got thinking about it mid-stride during that song. I went, nah, we're gonna leave it on this one. This is good. So next time I will, and you would have been correct, by the way. Faith says, that is beautiful. Thank you. So glad. Thanks for staying around. Sending lots of healing love out there to Tio. So thanks for sharing your story. And thanks for checking in so we could bring some healing power of music. So I'm simply a vessel for that. So I'm grateful to be. And he says, that's okay. Thanks. That was a good one to end on. Have a great week too, Gene. You're welcome for the music, Amy. You're welcome. Thanks, Faith. Thanks. Without any of you, there'd be no audience for this. So I'm always grateful when you check in. So as always, also, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, those immune systems bolstered up. Have a great rest of your Soulful Sunday. If you feel inclined like I'm going to, go on to, I don't know what channel it's on. I didn't see that it was on until this morning having my coffee late in the morning. The Grammys are on tonight, so listen to a little bit of music, watch an award show, which I appreciate. Have a good start to your week, and as always, I will be back same bat time and channel for Wind Down Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain. Mike, thanks for checking in. Oh, Mike reminded me. So our love triangle tonight is going to be Arizona, actually this way, Arizona, Ohio, Michigan, and then back down. So it's good enough. I get enough of an angle to make a heart. So that's our love triangle and connection tonight. So thanks everybody for checking in. Have a great rest of your Soulful Sunday. Good start to your week, and we'll see you next time.